image I saw of him, I couldn't make it out, but his clothing was very shredded, as if he had seen gunfire, maybe cannon fire.
Well, you know, they say that ghosts are really the spectral images of people who died before their time, or died a violent death, or those who simply do not want to leave where they were living all their life, right?
Oh yeah, that's, I mean, I firmly believe that. I mean, this image didn't, there was nothing menacing about it, there was nothing scary. It was just kind of a shock, and when I kind of saw it, I froze, and my friend next to me, I called out his name, I was like, look, 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 and he looked up, and nothing was there.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was really interesting experience that time, but the second time, I was living in Columbus.
Yes.
And I was attending school, and I was also a manager at a video store. I think the store's actually been knocked down since I left, but the store itself, something weird was always happening. It used to be an old department store, so it had a basement, our floor, floor above us. And there was a grate where people would, where before we moved in and put carpet over it, you could open up this grate and walk down to the basement. And when you walked down, it made a very distinct creaking sound, because it was a door, a metal door.
Right, sure.
And there'd be times where you'd be after hours, closing, doing paperwork, stocking pop or whatever, and you would hear that grate kind of creaking.
Okay.
And we're like, okay, whatever, that's nothing too spooky. But things kind of got, from time to time, they got a little bit more interesting, because the one time my friend came running out of the supply closet, he said he saw something look at him.
Ooh.
He said it had red eyes, and I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of blew it off, because I'm like, this guy has a very vivid imagination.
Yes, red eyes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ooh, if I saw that, I would like scream and run out.
Yeah, that's what he did. He was my size. I saw him come running down.
Oh yes.
And I was like, I've never seen you move that. Why can't you work that fast?
Right.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah. But I kind of, he had a very vivid imagination. He would sit up front, and he would do something I think called like free writing, where he would just sit there with a pen and just write. And he thought somebody was taking over his body. I was okay, just whatever. Do your work, and you can do that when you're done. It's fine. But things would get a little bit more intense. The one night I was closing with one of my staff members, and the offices in the back were kind of next to each other. So there was like the supply closet, the restroom, and the manager's office. And I was in the manager's office doing the paperwork and doing the deposit and counting the cash, and I heard something fall in the store. And I thought it was one of my employees, maybe stocking candy.
Sure.
And I was like, Curtis, did you drop something? What's going on? And he was still in the supply closet. And we're like, okay, sometimes movies fall, it happens.
Sure.
This was kind of in the time where we still had a lot of VHS.
Okay.
So we had like the cases, and those were kind of flimsy, they fall.
Sure.
And then we heard it again, and we're like, huh, interesting. So I got out of the office, he got out of the supply closet, and we both kind of stood there with our arms crossed, and things would just fall around the store. We heard them.
Poltergeist.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was really kind of an interesting thing to see, because I mean, you know, things fall, but when you see things kind of wave and then drop.
Right. It's definitely some spectral being is invading your space and doing strange things.
Or invading their space. I mean, it's really interesting how that works, because I mean, you know, I've never seen that before.
Yes.
You know, I believe in ghosts. I've read about it.
I do too.
I'd seen one before that, but I've never kind of experienced something that kind of random. It's like seeing something okay, but things falling on their own, different situation. And we kind of laughed and kind of went, okay, whatever. You know, we know the store's always kind of spooky. But the one night I saw something. I was there closing by myself. Yes. It was a very slow night, so as soon as it hit midnight, I told my staff, I'm like, go home, have a good night.
Sure.
I locked up, turned off the lights, and I was in the back doing the paperwork, and I was walking up front to enter into the computer for the night. And I saw a gentleman standing on the other side of this DVD rack.
No.
Yeah, and it was really kind of...
What did he look like?
He was a tall gentleman, taller than myself. He was wearing like 1920s clothing with...
Oh my God.
Yeah, really interesting to see, because I mean, it was just out of the blue, and I saw him. He had the coat and he had the vest, and I thought I saw a watch. He had the little derby hat.
Did he speak to you?
No. I mean, I walked up to him, and the neighborhood, the store wasn't in a great neighborhood. And the first thing when I saw a body there, I'm like, oh, it's finally happening.
Oh my God, you're getting robbed.
It's finally happening.
But thank God it was a ghost.
Yeah. Only time somebody will say that, but yeah, like I walked up to him and I didn't know what to say. Like, I kind of realized after a second that this wasn't an intruder.
So what did you say to him?
I went into my customer service training mode and I was like, "Good evening, sir. Can I help you find something?" And he looked up at me and nothing was. You expect him to be kind of bloody or distorted.
Right.
Nothing like that. Very older gentleman, very polite. He kind of looked at me and smiled and he tipped his hat.
And then he disappeared?
And then he was kind of nothingness.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh, well, I am speechless.
It was a really interesting. I mean, very, very, very shocking.
Yes.
And I wasn't frightened. I was more or less kind of like, what
Yes.
just happened? And I walked up front to the computer. And I was entering the numbers, and I was just kind of trying to carry on with the night.
Yes.
And a couple minutes later, my manager pulled up because he had forgotten a briefcase or something. And he knocked on the door, and I let him in, and he was like just kind of chatting with me. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "You're kind of pale and kind of shaking." And I'm like, "It's been a long night." I'm like, "Could you stay a couple minutes? I got another paperwork and set the alarm. Can you just wait for me? I don't want to be in here by myself right now."
So did the manager see him?
He's never seen anything. I always meant to ask him, but it's been so many years. I'm afraid the question might come out of the blue and kind of be kind of weird to him. So I've always wanted to ask him, "Did you ever experience anything creepy in that store?" Because I saw things, we heard things.
Right.
So yeah, it was a really interesting experience, but something I'll never forget. I haven't seen anything really concrete since.
Well, we want to thank you for coming here this morning and being part of our Halloween show. Things that go bump in the night.
Yeah.
Another happy event on campus. It's so nice that we have so many happy events happening.
I know. We just buried the bad news, and it's
we're just going to bury the bad news. But last Saturday night, a whole bunch of us went to see 12 Angry Jurors.
How was that? I heard great things about it.
I'm telling you, Cornell Gabara is such a creative director. The set was a cage with barbed wire on top, and then just a long conference table. But he had 4 TV screens above, and he had 2 cameramen encircling the players so that you could watch the play on screen or watch it.
Wow, what a comment on the nature of reality.
Well, it was. And the kids did a great job.
I heard they had different accents, right? They were representing different people.
Yes. So it was very, very interesting. And the kids here are great because, the theater program is a very rigorous program here. And it really takes a lot of discipline. They have to go to rehearsals every night, and it just takes a lot of time.
It really would consume you.
It does. But anyway, kudos to all of you.
Yes, we have a wonderful theater department. Absolutely wonderful.
We have a wonderful university.
We do,
and we're really happy to be here. Well, so that's all for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. I had a blast.
Okay. So, as we always end our shows, remember to stay fabulous.
Yay.
Bye.
Boo!